Hey everybody, welcome to the Outgroove. This is your host, Andres Salazar. Ohai gozaimasu. Excited to talk to you guys. Privyet kaktela. Меня зовут Andy Salazar. I am excited somewhat to talk to you guys. Am I already ruining the surprise? First, before we go into Father John Misty, Tillman, I think is his name. Let's talk about my Patreon. Yeah, it's that commercial time. It's that time. I'm working on a new film, a little documentary series. Very excited about it. If you want to watch some of the footage, some of the creative things that I'm doing in film, go check out my Patreon and the link below in the description. Also, I have another YouTube channel that'll be showing some of the kind of behind the scenes, the diary aspects of making a documentary series. Check that out. It's Andres Salazar, my name. So check out the Patreon, check out my other channels. I'd appreciate it. A lot of that stuff is for the public and free. And then there's a little $1 paywall for some extra stuff. So check that out. Now, on to Father John Misty. New album just came out this week called Chloe and the Next 20th Century. So this guy has been on my radar for a while. People have said he's like, oh, you got to get this. This album, his music is some of the best out there. It's like when they, there's these lists of like the top 50 LPs on vinyl that you must own. His stuff is on there. His one or two, maybe even albums of his are on there. So I listened to him and I'm just haven't been feeling him. Have not felt it. That said, I said, hey, this is a new one out. Let's check it out. Right off the bat with the first track, Chloe has this really nice kind of retro jazz sound, like a bossa nova, 40s, 50 vibe. And I'm like, okay, it's just like a throwback thing. It's like a retro. I dig it. Okay, we'll give this a shot. I like this. I like that kind of genre. The second track, Goodbye, Mr. Blue. Kind of nice, relaxing, this acoustic, almost like a Chris Christopherson, a little bit of like country folk in there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's got a little jazz, a little bit of country, maybe perhaps. Okay, and he has a nice voice. There's no doubt about his ability. The third song, Kiss Me, was a little slow. Again, great vocals, but just a little too slow for me. I just wasn't really feeling that one. Fourth track, Everything But Her Love, has these kind of airy vocals. It was pleasant, but again, it didn't like grab me by the cajones. Fifth track was Buddy Rendezvous. That was okay. Sixth track, Q4, was losing me. This was like, by the sixth track, I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. This isn't my jam. I listened to the whole thing. This number 7 was this Otro Momento, which is another like bossa nova. Funny Girl was a track which has this kind of a big band jazz, but it was so freaking slow, and I don't know, man. Here's the deal. You want to do something different? I'm all for it. You want to do like a throwback retro album and just like, hey, we're going to do freaking bossa nova and jazz and stuff. I'm all for it. But it's got to have some life. And I'm not saying it's got to have there's no like threshold for the tempo, right? I'm not saying like, oh, if it's not 120 beats per minute, forget about it. But it just didn't grab me. It wasn't exciting. On the same day I listened to that Jack White album, Fear of the Dawn. And while that's a whole different genre, it spoke to me. It was kind of something there. This one wasn't. This one didn't have anything to me. And it was a bummer. I was just like, that kind of sucks. That's kind of a bummer. Because I wanted to like it. Or at least I was open to liking it. But I just, within 6-7 tracks on this thing, and I think there's 12 tracks, I just couldn't do it. Now, I want to just say, this is my opinion. Very subjective. All the Father Misties out there, coming out at me and hollering at me, that's fine. You guys, similar to the Eddie Vedder fans and Dolly Parton fans, come out and bust on me. I'm cool with that because you watch the video. Hey, man, it's all good. You can say your comment. I'll say my comment. Here's my comment. Wasn't feeling it. 2 biscuits. There you go. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me. Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be cool. Check out, like the video, all that kind of stuff. So there you go, guys. Boom.